All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken at his 4. He can't get him down. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On 1st and 10, Kennedy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hustle, hustle.
Looking to throw. Kennedy. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Kennedy. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Murray now on 1st down. Screen play, Johnson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check 24, check 24.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
Now they're right down here looking for 6. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Jackson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 13 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Eagles take over. Come on, let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Looking to throw. Kennedy. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
He's checking crack.
Ready to go.
From the gun, Kennedy. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
You just warm up.
45.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
That's what I do.
Foot, squeeze. Let go.
To throw again, Kennedy. And he comes back with one complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53,
64, weak, light.
53.
Ready?
From the gun on third down, Kennedy. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Going for it with Sanders. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Operating from the gun, Kennedy. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 65 yards.
Leo.
From the gun, Kennedy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Throwing on second and long. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
You got 1 truck. You got 4.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. When they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean, they want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 12, Murray escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 14-yard touchdown. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 17, Eagles 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, you know, Mike.
Hey.
Double dog. That's the way. 48 to Mike.
Bravo. Fight.
Throwing again. Kennedy. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Kennedy going for the deep. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good on the extra point, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll make it 3rd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
To throw, it's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Here's Murray from midfield. This one caught by Isabella. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Murray throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Well, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Big grip. Big grip.
Throwing on first down. Kennedy throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 43.
Hey, exit.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter. On the ball. Get it.
Back to throw. Kennedy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
On the set.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Go, go.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Push him back. Push him back.
Shoot.
To throw again. Kennedy. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz.
Jet bomber.
Jim. Jim.
Hard. Hard.
Throwing on third and long. Kennedy. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Kennedy. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
5 down, stand up in.
61, match box.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
I got it. 48.
45.
Looking to throw. Kennedy. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 48.
Back to throw. Kennedy. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
That's it, baby. We go.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Murray. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Murray now. He wants it all for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
You're going to see me in your nightmare. Check 48.
On first down, Kennedy. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw. Kennedy. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connect.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That was Patrick Peterson from his quarterback spot whirling in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 43.
Get it.
Back to throw. Kennedy. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Kennedy. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Go. Don't get nervous.
Throwing again. Kennedy. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Hey, Delta. Look at me. Go.
To throw on third down, Kennedy. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
On the return, the Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw again on second down, Murray. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Yeah, let's get side lunch.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Watch the safety creep. Check 90.
Man. Hurry. Go.
On first and 10, Kennedy. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brings up third down.
Check, ready. Go to base. We're going to get to that. Mike over here. I'm on.
Murray now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. picked off at the 36. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside there to make the grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 38-yard line.
Second down, Murray sets to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On third down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, Sam off. Hey, rock, go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Protein spill. Hey, Wahoo! Get it.
From the gun on third down, Kennedy. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.